doing 4 shlokas or 3 shlokas?
Sorry?
Are we doing 4 shlokas or 3 shlokas?
Today we are doing 3 shlokas. We'll
Okay.
pray Krishna Bhagwan Ji. We are offering the class to you. Sloka 41. Akriti, we will do chanting. Akriti, we are doing chanting. Unmute. Okay. Tasmatva
Tasmat tvam
Mindriyan Yadav
indriyanyadav
Niyamya
niyamya
Bharatarshapha
paratarshaba
Papmanam
papnamam
Prajahi
prajahi
Yenam Akriti Yenam
inam
Jnana Vijnana
jnana vijnana
Nashanam
dashanam
42 Indriyani
indriyani
Paranyahu
paranyahu
Indriyebhya
itriyetya
Param Manaha
param manaha
Manasastu
manasastu
Parabuddhir
parabuddhir
Yo Buddhe
yo buddhe
Paratastu Saha.
paratastasaha
Very good. Shloka 43. Evam Buddhe
evam buddhe
Param Buddhva
param bhutva
Sadbhyat
visabhyat
Manamatmana
manamatmanam
Jahi Shatrum
ahi shatrum
Mahabaho
mahabaho
Kamarupam
kamarupam
Durasadam.
durasatam.
So shloka 41 and 43 are important shlokas. It can be chanted to control the desire. The extreme desire or the small desire. It can be any form. So 41 and 43. So here Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying in 41, therefore, O best of Bharatas, in the very beginning, one should bring the senses under the control, slay or kill this enemy called desire, which is the sinful and is the destroyer of the knowledge and wisdom. So very first step, to control our senses, and that will make our desires to be controlled, and we need to kill our desires as well, because those are the sinful part of our life which make us do certain things which destroy our knowledge and wisdom. So this is the first thing that we need to do, and it does happens also. When you now you all are associated with Gita Ji, Krishna Bhagwan Ji. So when you chant regularly, that will be what, without your effort, you will see that you are on the path. You are not putting any effort from your own, like you are not training your mind or you are not controlling your senses. You are not doing forcefully, but you will see that gradually and slowly you are on that path and you are not aware as well. So this happens. That is the Maya of Krishna Bhagwan Ji, or we can say the divine power, which is making you do because you are chanting the shloka. The second option is you yourself try to be on this path So that time you're forcing your body, you're making your body do, you're making your mind, your senses to be on this path. So you are going to adapt a new path or a new habit or a new nature. So controlling over the senses is the very first beginning step one has to do if anybody wants to attain Shri Krishna ji, and to kill the small likes and dislikes, which in turn becomes desires, right? And we need to control our senses, desires, and then we can save our knowledge and we can save our wisdom. So it is both the ways. Controlling the anger and desire is very important. This is what Krishna Bhagavan Ji is saying, and he will remind us in all the chapters, at least in one shloka, that you need to control your desires, you need to control your senses, you need to control your anger. So here he is just talking about the two things. That is the very most and the first step one has to take to have a better life as well, for anything and everything, to be peaceful, to be content, to be happy, to be very calm. This is the two steps very important to take care of. Akriti yatha. Akriti, please, you can do it. You are Akriti, you can do it. Come on, I'll help you, okay? You just start. What is the starting point? What is the key factor? Anything, whatever you know, you just tell. You know, it's very easy, Baba. ठीक है, okay. Ritu Bhabhi will tell. Listen to Ritu Bhabhi.
And in this shloka, Krishna Bhagavan ji says that we have to control our desires, because once we control our desires, we will not refrain from the path of Krishna ji. And even the small likes and dislikes, that we should nip in the bud, so that they don't become bigger desires.
Is it fine? Today her network is really bad. ओए ठीक है. Varsha, would you like to explain?
So that's what Krishna Bhagwan Ji is telling Arjuna to ensure that and we should control our senses. And once we control our senses, we need to kill the sinful desires that obstruct us from reaching the Lord, Supreme Lord. So once we control our senses and we kill the desires, we are on the path of self-realization. Only then can we achieve Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ji or attain Him.
So much. Now in Shloka 42. So 41 is important, that you can chant for controlling your senses. Now 42, Krishna Bhagwan Ji is showing us like what is superior to what. That means this is our body. In our body, we have first is this body, then the senses, then the mind, the intellect. So all this, so among this, which is the superior? So he's saying that soul is greater than the intellect is greater than the mind, and the mind is greater than the senses. So senses is in the lower line, it is in the bottom line. Above senses is the mind, and above mind is the intellect, and above intellect is the soul. So soul is the most superior one. So he's trying to make us understand that this is your body, and inside this itself, what is superior and what is inferior. So senses is top or bottom, it is down. So hence, if our senses is creating a like or dislike for something, what will happen? It will send a signal to the mind, right? That I want this, I am liking this. Then what will happen? Mind will send back. The intellect will interfere that no, you have to control your senses. But senses are very strong. It will carry away the mind. Soul will also send the signal. No, you have to control the desires. But desires are very strong. They belong to the lower bottom, but still they are very strong. They will carry away the mind and make the mind to send the signal to the body, okay, your senses have this craving, you have to go and have this. So this is making the knowledge destroy. This is making the wisdom destroy. So Krishna Bhagavan Ji is explaining in detail the process, how senses work, and what is the position of the senses, and how it is harmful to yourself itself. It is not going to harm anyone else. It is going to harm us, this body itself. So own. That is why he said that anger and desires are your own enemy, and they are the worst enemy. They are the beast. They will eat you like anything. That is the reason we need to control it. So here the continuation is going on. He's trying to justify, he's trying to make us understand in a different way, showing the positions of all this in our body and what is the effect of this. So we need to understand that why we have to control our senses. If we don't control our senses, then we are the gone case. Neither we will be happy, nor we will let others also happy in our family. So that will also have a big impact in the society also, when the senses and desires make the big dangerous forms. That is why Krishna Bhagavan Ji is saying control it at the very small level. No, even we should teach our kids that you cannot have unlimited desires. You need to control your senses, because they are the future of our country. We need to teach them, and we need to teach our own self. It is not that what is your capacity of spending on earning. It is like what you are doing correct or not. Nowadays, kids want one pencil, parents will give it, they have 10 different types of pencils. So what the kids are learning? They are not at all learning what Krishna Bhagavan is trying to tell here. Control the senses, control the desires. So it starts from us. We need to understand, and we need to teach our near and dear ones as well. So these are the very dangerous enemy. And one who is able to control it is the person happy on this earth, even though that person doesn't have anything. Because that person has learned to be happy with what the person has. No. Automatically the effect is that you learn to be happy what you have, and not to have any desires, not to no senses, nothing. You are happy with Sri Krishna Ji, you are just chanting his name, and you are happy with your daily routine. So this is the outcome, ultimate outcome of controlling the senses and the desires. Akriti, your turn.
Krishna is saying that we need to control our senses, and we need to remember Sri Krishna chant the sloka, and the soul is the topmost part of our body.
Good. So we need to let our soul decide what this body, what this mind, and what this senses has to do. Now, if we take any normal person, what is happening? The soul is resting inside and the senses are playing the role. Sri Krishna Ji is saying, let the soul play the role. Let the soul decide what the body has to do, what the senses has to do, what the mind has to do. So this is the procedure. This part, what I said, you will come in the last. And now he is telling us what to do from the starting. So this is the beginning stage, controlling the senses and desires. That will kill automatically your anger. So this is the procedure that we need to do. Step by step we are learning, and we should try to implement in our life from the day we learn. Okay, so now we will see what Sri Krishna Ji is telling in 43. 43 is also the one of the important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. It can be chanted for controlling the desires. So now Sri Krishna Ji is saying that now you know who is superior and who are inferior, hai who is greater and who is not greater. So soul is greater, then comes our intellect, then comes our mind, and then comes our senses. So by knowing this, by knowing that soul to be superior to the material intellect, then what you have to do, you have to subdue the senses, the mind, and the intellect by the soul and kill this forbidden enemy called desire. Now, Shri Krishna ji is saying, now you are aware what is there and what has to be done. Now we are aware what is there and what has to be done. We need to control. So we need to start with small, small desires. He's saying, don't go switch to the big one. Start with the small desires. You have good enough intellect to understand what is good, what is bad, what has to be done. I have made you understand everything in detail. And from with this sloka, we come to end for the chapter 3. That is Karma Yoga Nam. This chapter is on Karma Yoga. So that is why the chapter 3, the complete chapter 3 is based on Karma Yoga. We had 43 shlokas. So now we understand that how important is that to do our daily routine. What is Karma Yoga? We are not Arjun and we are not going to fight. Our duty is what we do in our daily routine, day to day. It is not that what you do on Sundays. Sundays, generally, we don't do anything. But it is what we do on weekdays. We have to do it daily with full love and full happy face. It is not that you are doing with forcefully. Whenever you feel that you are doing with forcefully, remember what Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying, that do your karma with full love and affection and with full heart, and this will make all the doors of heaven open for you. So those are, heaven is open for the soul. Body will be here on this earth. It will die and it will get it will get degradable. So the soul will go and the soul will attain any heaven. So there are many heavens. Every god has their own heaven. So according to the karma, the soul will reach to the heaven. So Krishna Bhagwan Ji is talking about karma yoga from chapter 2. From chapter 2 is talking about karma yoga. So we need to understand how important it is, and Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying we have to do it. We don't have any choice. And once we understand, then obviously now we got the knowledge, we got the awareness, we got the enlightenment. So Akriti, what is your karma yoga? Concept. This ends the chapter 3. So we will have a test tomorrow. Yes, we will have a test tomorrow. You can choose, like either you want to explain any one shloka, or you want to give a summary of the entire chapter, or you want to chant at least 5 shlokas. This time I am giving choice. Next chapter, I will give you the task. Okay? So tomorrow, Akriti, you have to decide what you are going to do tomorrow. Either chant 5 shlokas properly, no mistakes, or either give the summary of the entire chapter or explain any one shloka. Ritu Bhabi, Akriti, and Varsha. Fine? All the best. Okay, Varsha, please explain this last shloka.
In the last shloka, Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying that we know now that our soul is superior to the intellect, and the intellect is superior to the mind. So, through this chain of superiority, we can kill these desires, and we can basically make sure that our mind controls our senses, and we can kill the desires. So this is further elaboration to the previous 3 or 4 shlokas.
Thank you so much. Ritu Bhabi.
Yeah, so in this shloka, Krishna Bhagwan Ji is like a chart. He's saying that the soul is the senses and the least. The senses affect our mind. Mind affects the intellect, and intellect affects our soul, which affects the whole journey of life. So Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying we should start at the base level from controlling our desires. That is the first step. Because if we control our desires, automatically everything is achieved. And if we are not able to do that, then we face problems at every step. So he's trying to make us understand that we should start from the basic thing, which is do your primary duties and control your senses.
Good, thank you. Akriti. Akriti.
Krishna saying control our desires and that he your hand and control your desires and remember Sri Krishna.
Priti, your network is very poor. So last chant, every chapter has a last chant. We will chant those. So basically it is Om Tat Saditi. So Om is what? Om is
All those things.
Akriti, your network is very poor, Akriti. Please check some good place and sit. Yeah. Okay. Om is Krishna Bhagwan Ji himself. So he will tell this in the upcoming shlokas. What is Om? So if we see that when we start an arti also we say Om Jai Jagdish Hare. We say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shakti. You know? So many places Om is used. So that Om is nothing but Krishna Bhagwan Ji himself, the Supreme Lord. Tat Saditi. That means that's it. It is the truth. And it is the truth and nobody can change it. Nobody can change, nobody can modify, nobody can destroy, and nobody can claim that it is the false. So this is what has been said. Om Tat Saditi Karma Yogo Nama. This is the chapter name Karma Yoga Tritiyo Dhyayah. Chapter 3. So that's it. This ends chapter 3 name Karma Yoga Om. So we are remembering Krishna Bhagwan Ji in this. Okay. Okay. Chalo, then what else we will do? We will just do a summary of what are the prayers, what has to be pray, and what should we pray. Okay, we will change. Okay, how one can be happy. What we learn from Gita ki how one can be happy with what is going on. It is not that you are changing something, no changing routine, nothing. As it is, how is your life is, it is going on in the same, in this life, how you can be happy. Ritu Bhabi. Up mute ho.
How to be happy? What I have understood um, is to keep away from problems. If you feel that somebody is very tensed up, he's in a bad state, if I can't help him, it's better to leave him alone. That's what I have understood. So that at least I am also not affected from his turbulence. And if I can help him, I should help him. If not, staying away and keeping yourself calm is the best thing.
That is also very good. Varsha.
Basically, I realized that, I mean, this is my personal opinion of how to be happy after reading whatever we've learned so far from the Gita, that our external environment doesn't change, but the perspective or the way that we look at things, my perspective has changed. So that means that it's in our state, it is in our control that how we perceive situations or circumstances. So for example, I mean, as women, we go through a lot of hormonal changes that impacts our mood. We have mood swings, other things. But if we remove ourselves, if we detach and observe ourselves, we see that okay, there's a better way to look at things. There's a better way to deal with situations, and obviously in this chapter also we have read about how we can control our senses. So I mean, happiness or the lack of happiness comes from having certain expectations which are not fulfilled. So not, I mean, being happy with what we have is is a way of contentment. I mean, we get contented when we say that okay, we are grateful for what we have, and whatever is given to us is a blessing of Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ji. And if we do not get something that we wished for, that is also something that probably is his wish, and maybe uh, if we nip that but I mean, if we cut that desire, then there's a way to be happier in life. So I think just being associated with you for the very short number of days, I think I've seen that behavioral change in me, where I feel that I'm a happier person with what I have. I'm not looking forward for big travels. I used to feel that okay, I'm not going places, I'm stuck here, I'm not traveling. Other people are going around visiting so many places, but I'm stuck here. But I think I've cut down those desires, because if we bring a change in our way of thinking, that also brings a lot of impact in the mood that we are in the state of mind that we are in, and we can create our own happiness in this way. So I'm not sure if I said
No,
what
it's perfect. It's really, it's perfect and really good. You have observed very nicely in depth, है ना? This is the key. This is the key. बोलते ना रामबाण, हिंदी में बोलते ना रामबाण है. So this is the Ramban, that you cut off your desires. That will make you more happier. I know people status and people Facebook post. It actually triggers a lot, but we need to understand. We need to understand that those those are just material things, those are nothing. It is very good, very, it is the key factor. We kill our senses, we kill our desires, and we are happy. That's it. And we also learn to ignore things, how Ritu Bhabi has said, that you learn to ignore. So like if somebody is angry and you move out, you are ignoring. That is the best part. To be one, that is also one of the best part, to ignore things. That is very important. And
exactly,
yes,
that is also important. Yes.
yeah, and it is true that we start looking at things in a different way. The way we were looking previously, and after associating with Gita and Krishna Bhagwan Ji, we learn so many things, even though he is not there physically present among us, but the impact what he is giving through Gita, it's very strong, the really strong, that we change. Nobody is changing. Truth. Everything is same. Everything is same, but we change, and it is a good change, and it is not forcefully. It is by by the blessings of Krishna Bhagwan Ji, by his divine power, that we are able to change. Many people try to change, but they are not able to, because they are not getting the right way, how to change, where to change. So that is what the chanting and remembering Krishna Bhagwan Ji, he help us. Actually, he help us with his maya, with his illusion, with his divine power, many things. He comes and help us, and he is actually saving us, He is preparing us for the future. Obviously, like if we are happy in the present, our future will be good. If we are not happy in the present, the future will be very bad, obviously. So he's preparing us, he's making us a good human being. He's molding us, because he has chosen us. So we should feel really lucky that we are chosen by Krishna Bhagwan Ji, and he's taking care of us at the best. So if we want more blessings, we should chant more, we should remember him more. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. So lovely. Then I'm
should
very
thank
happy.
you.
No, I will thank Krishna Bhagwan Ji. I will thank Krishna Bhagwan Ji that he's taking care of everyone, for all the students. I really pray to him daily that please take care of your students who are learning Gita, who are not trying to be what you want them to be, because his blessings is very required. Without his blessings, nothing can be done. So we should always say thank you, Krishna Bhagwan Ji, for everything. Keep giving your bhakti to us. Keep remembering us. No, always remember us and take care of us. Very nice. We have Rashmi ma'am after a long time. Rashmi ma'am.
Yes, hello ma'am. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm currently in Uttarakhand, so traveling. I
Well,
just saw your message, so I thought let me see अगर मैं join कर सकती हूँ तो it will be nice. यहाँ थोड़ा network कम है because I'm in mountains at a height of 7,000 feet, I think, above sea level.
good, enjoy.
You're not sure if you can see me. Yeah, here.
Yeah, now I can see you. So we are able to see
Yeah.
Uttarakhand as well.
Yeah. So this is the hut where we are living, and there are no neighbors here, nothing. But good that we have connectivity here.
Nice. Have you offered to Krishna Bhagwan Ji?
Yes, I will offer now. Uh,
Chant few shlokas.
I chanted today. Yesterday I got a message from Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ji through Kavita ma'am. Your message was delivered to me. And suddenly I was reminded that I have not chanted for a long time. So this morning I did it.
Good, very nice. So you have tried to give moksha to the living beings surrounding to you.
I will try.
So actually,
Yeah.
wherever we go, na, try to chant at least once, one shloka. This is what I do. So now, maybe
Okay.
don't know which living creature will be, it will be helpful for them. So, obviously we feel shy, but then at least little sound mein thoda sa one chanting also works wonders. You try to chant everywhere. So it is like you are chanting all the time, plus you are helping others as well. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am, for joining and enjoy your holidays.
Thank you very much. I'll be back in June first week, so I think by then थोड़ा regular होगा.
या मेरा भी थोड़ा आई एम ऑल्सो ट्राइंग कि 12 o'clock का चालू हो जाए. वो स्कूल खुलने के बाद फिर से 12 o'clock करेंगे.
So,
अभी तो ऐसे ही रहने देते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच. चलो अच्छा है. बाय बाय.